HomeCourtEdge TV is here for your viewing pleasure. Please click that button as we strive for 1,000 subscribers. Enjoy this video.
Lawson to the basket, rolls off. Sophia Young with the rebound. Kara upset. She only had 4 shots in game 2. She wants to change that. Hammond for Darling. Sophia. A blocking foul. And shots for Sophia Young as Yolanda Griffith tried to take the charge. That's the strength of Sophia Young. She would not rely on the jump shot. She was going to take it right to Yolanda Griffith.
And that's what she really needs to do. Sophia is quick, she's smart, she needs to take him right at him. Make him either draw a foul, make him foul her, or else she'll convert on a layup.
Back to the point we were making before, Aaron, about Sophia drawing a Yolanda Griffith defensively. It didn't always happen in her rookie year, but she saw it a lot this sophomore season.
She did. She's just so aggressive, so confident, but patient. And that is so important. A lot of times players want to go out there and make it happen, make the game come to them, but she's smart and patient and letting it come to her and knowing what her shots are.
Chelsea Newton sits with 5 points in this first quarter. You saw Shalonda Robinson come in. So did Adrian Williams, the former Silver Star. Sophia Young hits both, and the Silver Stars have the lead as they've strung together 5 straight points. Tisha Penichero on the floor. Shalonda Robinson has the basketball. Kara Lawson, Adrian Williams, and Rebecca Brunson round out the 5 for the Monarchs. Penichero for Robinson. A hook short. Sophia has another rebound. 2 in a row for her.
Great team defense, helping the helper, just constantly moving.
That's a travel on Ruth Riley. In hockey, that's a drop pass by Becky Hammond. That was beautiful.
That was nice.
And Ruth was ready. You better be ready, right?
Yeah.
If you're playing with Becky, you better be ready, because she's going to get the ball to you, isn't she?
Whether she's looking at you or not, you just have your hands up. I got a few off the forehead. I learned that quickly.
On a curl, Lawson into the paint. That is short, tipped out. Becky with Vicki Johnson and Ruth Riley on the trail. Scoop goes off. Adrian Williams rebound. Now Lawson the other way with Brunson, 2 on 3. On the trail is Williams. Push on Sophia Young. If game 1 and 2 was more physical, it's still physical, but these are being called now.
Yeah, that's a good point. The rest, they want to make sure the game doesn't get out of control. I mean, both teams are playing for their lives. This is it. One team's going to go home, pack up their bags, and start their offseason. The other team's going to go for a championship. The referees know that it's going to be intense.
Right now, Phoenix doesn't know whether it's coming to San Antonio or Sacramento for game 1. The Western Conference Finals as Phoenix swept Seattle. Shalonda Robinson. Riley with the rebound. Ruth already has 3 boards. I'm sorry, the second for her. Hammond across the floor to Johnson. Back to Hammond in the corner. That skids off, and Penichero with Darling back. Penichero into the paint, pushes the issue. She is fouled by Helen Darling. That's 2 now on Darling. That brings us to our first timeout, and the Silver Stars a 10-9 lead. Becky Hammond scoring 18 points in this playoff series for the San Antonio Silver Stars. She gets her first 2 of the evening. Silver Stars lead by 1. Silver Stars basketball will continue after these messages from Valero.
I'm a sophomore guard at the University of Pennsylvania. Been training with HomeCourtEdge for almost 10 years now. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and follow us on all of HC's social media channels, and stay tuned for our journey.
Becky Hammond and the San Antonio Silver Stars a 10-9 lead on Sacramento in our first quarter. Hey, it's playoff time for the Silver Stars, and we want you to be a part of the action live. Look at the Express News or visit sasilverstars.com for a coupon to get a Silver Stars game ticket, hot dog, drink, and a bag of chips for only $15. That's right, $15. Don't wait. Pick up an Express News or visit sasilverstars.com. Get in the game and be a part of the exciting Silver Stars playoff action. Phoenix is in the West. Who joins the Phoenix Mercury in the Western Conference Finals? Silver Stars would love to. Silver Stars would then host game number 1 of that Western Conference Finals. Tisha Penichero fouled before the timeout, and Penichero misses the first free throw. First miss in 5 tries during this series. Indiana in overtime defeats Connecticut 93-88. Indiana advances. Tamika Catchings, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. Tamika Whitmore had 25, 27 for Katie Douglas. You knew that player from Indianapolis wasn't going to go quietly. He was back home. Indiana gets the winner of Detroit, New York. If it's the Shock, Detroit gets home advantage. Hammond 3. Becky buried it.
That was awesome play by Sophia Young. She was able to go in strong. They all collapsed on her, and she dished it right out. It's just an unselfish play.
3-point lead. Penichero underneath. Williams missed it.
And an awesome pass by Tisha.
It was. And Sacramento cannot afford to leave those points on the floor. Vicki Johnson. Crossover on Penichero. Step back and hits. Sometimes there's not enough O's in the word smooth for Vicki Johnson. Brunson. Blocked by Riley, and Ruth just picked up her 3rd personal foul.
It's not good for the Silverstars to have Ruth on the bench with 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Even though it was a double, maybe a triple team, by the time that help came, Brunson was going.
You know, you bring that arm down just a tiny little bit and you give the referees a fair chance and shot to call a foul. You just got to be so careful, especially when you know you've got 2 already. It doesn't look happy about that.
3 points, 2 rebounds, 3 personals for Ruth. Darling sits as the darling of game 2. Marie Ferdinand Harris comes in. In and out, no good. Camille Little onto the floor. Can she get the rebound? She does. And a foul in the backcourt, and Sacramento's over the limit. Shalonda Robinson with the foul.
You know, we talk a lot about the veteran experience on both sides, or the Sacramento and for San Antonio, but you got to mention Camille Little. I mean, she's a rookie, but she has such a maturity and a calm about her that is really rare for a first-year player in the league.
And it has to help to have played at North Carolina and play in the ACC, where you have your conference games, and then North Carolina's going to be in the NCAA tournament, so she's used to this type of atmosphere. I know it's not the same, but it's got to be similar, and you can play off that, can't you?
Definitely, definitely. And she was their go-to player. I mean, she's had her confidence build up, and she knows what she can do, and she's confident in that.
VJ misses 2. Penichero pulls up. Williams and Little battle, and it goes right to Shalonda Robinson. She's the beneficiary of some lucky bounce. VJ fouled. Both teams over the limit. We're shooting free throws. Penichero just picked up their 2nd. That'll put Vicki Johnson right back on the line. Almost typical Vicki-like numbers. As I say, it's not just points. You can't. If you're looking at just points by Vicki, you're going to be disappointed. But game 2, 5 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists for VJ.
And I'm telling you, her teammates look to her. They look to her for their peace, for their calm, and they just feel better when she's on the court with them.
Kristen Haney checks in. One of the few bright spots for Sacramento on Saturday as Haney came off the bench and scored 15 points. 2 of 2 for VJ. She has 4, and that's the Silverstars lead. Haney and Lawson, along with Robinson, Brunson, and Williams. Adrian Williams with the left hand. Her first 2. Becky Hammond with Vicki Johnson, Marie Ferdinand Harris, Camille Little, and Sophia Young. VJ 3. Got it. 7 in this quarter for Vicki Johnson.
You know, Vicki Johnson's feet are planted. There's not too many shots she's going to miss.
5-point Silverstars lead. Haney. She's got some room. It's a 2. Ends up being a miss. Johnson for Camille Little. Camille, pass Lawson. Offensive foul, Camille Little.
Extremely smart play by Kara Lawson. She knew she could just get there early enough, plant her feet, she would take it down.
Camille with the charge. It goes as a turnover for the Silverstars. Just their 3rd, and Sacramento has yet to score off the Silverstars turnover. 5-point Silverstars lead. Lawson curls back to Haney. Haney from the free throw line. Rolls in. Her first two. 3-point lead.
You don't want to give Kristen Haney too many looks. You really want to make her drive. You want to turn her into a driver and penetrator, and it'll be better for the San Antonio Silverstars.
Sophia face up hits. Over Rebecca Brunson. Young has 4. Back to a 5-point advantage. Haney. Air ball. Williams stripped by Camille Little. Up ahead is Vicki Johnson. Bobbles, recovers. We'll wait for some help. Reset. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Yeah, 3 Monarchs sprinting back right after Vicki on that play. They were not about to give up an open layup.
Underneath, Sophia from Becky Hammond.
What's that called in hockey?
An assist? Oh, you're talking drop pass.
Drop pass.
You're going to get rewarded when you run the floor, aren't you?
You are. I love playing with Becky.
Kara Lawson is fouled by Marie Ferdinand Harris on the baseline. This is what we talk about. You always have to be ready with Becky Hammond. Oh, she just drew Adrian Williams over, didn't she?
Just handed her a basket.
Yeah.
On a plate.
That's the comment I made about the other night in game 1. Becky, she loves to do that. She doesn't have to score.
No, she doesn't. She actually, I think, gets more enjoyment out of creating for her teammates and watching them score.
Ellen Darling back in the game. Vicki Johnson will sit. 7 first-quarter points for VJ. Kara Lawson gets another free throw. And the 12th leading shooter in the WNBA from the line hits both. She was at 84% in the regular season. Darling, Ferdinand Harris, and Hammond with Young and Little. Newton guards Darling. Sophia on Yo. Lost the basketball. May have been poked away from behind by Kristen Haney. Lawson on Darling. Underneath for Adrian Williams. She lays it in to assist Kara Lawson.
Defend and run. That's Monarchs' bread and butter.
3-point game again.
Transition defense is going to be absolutely huge for the Stars. They need to get back on their turnovers or missed shots. They know Sacramento's coming right at them.
Hammond, a 3 from the wing. Becky hit another one. 8 in this quarter. 2 threes for Becky Hammond. Shot clock turned off. Haney for Williams. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Newton's got to throw it up. Oh, throws off the rim. Silverstars lead after 1. Becky Hammond, 8 first quarter points. And the Silverstars with a 6-point lead at the end of the first 10 minutes of game number 3 of this Western Conference semifinal series. Each team with 1 win and 1 game left to see who advances to the Western Conference Finals. Silverstars 27, Sacramento 21 after 1. Stay with us here on My 35. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Can you hear me?
That one.
Oh.
You're to the right. Yep. This is spare.
Oh, okay.
A 6-point San Antonio Silverstars lead after 1 quarter of play here in game number 3 of this Western Conference semifinal series. Becky Hammond with 8. And Aaron, I've often said, pick your poison with Becky. She can score on you, or she'll help someone else score on your team.
Whatever she's going to do, it's going to be something good for the Silverstars.
There from the right wing for 3, and here she comes. There you go, Sophia. It's on a platter. And then if you didn't get her on the right, how about on the left? 8 in that quarter for Becky Hammond. 6-point lead. Silverstars outscored Sacramento 22-12 in the final 6.5 minutes of that first quarter. They were down 9-5. That 4-point lead, Sacramento's largest. Silverstars take over and have a 6-point advantage. Make it 8. Sophia has 8. Silverstars doing all the right things, Aaron. Sacramento doesn't want to play catch-up, does it?
No, they don't. And they're trying to put on the full-court press to force San Antonio out of doing what they want to do. They really want to control the tempo of the game, and that's important. Whoever controls the tempo usually comes out with the W.
Yolanda Griffith for Nicole Powell. Camille Little guards her. Miss. Here's Marie. Darling. Ferdinand Harris, Johnson, Little, and Young. Five on the shot clock as Marie catches. That second hop off the rim where Camille Little would have had an offensive rebound.
Camille against 3 Sacramento Monarchs.
Yeah, you bet against Camille, you haven't been watching. Yolanda Griffith. Few players have as many points in the paint as Yolanda Griffith for her 9-year career.
She knows how to steal so well. She gets early position, and it's hard to get around her because her arms are so long, and she's just so athletic.
She has 6. Foul. Through Haney or Griffith. Haney with the help. Sophia Young to the line. So Sophia Young, 8 points, 3 rebounds, couple of assists, and she's 2 for 2 from the line.
Sophia's been a staple that this team's relied on all year long. No matter what's going on, no matter what is happening, Sophia's been consistent and steady down low underneath and stepping out and hitting that jumper.
Head coach Dan Hughes was saying, it's not like she said, okay, I have to, replace Erin. When you went out, it was just, he was more impressed by her actions of taking over and doing more things.
And just as a competitor, you say, hey, there's a hole. No matter how big or small it is, I got to make up, and we all got to make up together for it.
Darling rebounds the Griffith miss. Helen to the hole, blocked by Yo, and she saves. That's that wingspan. You've been on both sides of that too, haven't you?
I have.
Helen Darling, that is her 3rd personal foul. You think you have room, you think, no.
And then to go get that.
So with that length, right, she's able to create some space, isn't she? So she won't get that foul.
Yeah, few players are able to do that, keep that space and still get that block.
Hammond for Young. Sophia catches. Great hands by Sophia Young. She has 11.
Those two have developed an on-court chemistry that is incredibly strong. All through the year, it's gotten stronger and stronger, and now it's paying off playoff time.
9-point lead. Yolanda Griffith. That won't fall. Tapped out. Vicky's got that look. It's almost as grab that. Don't punch it out.
Whatever you do, yeah. You make sure whatever you do, you get that ball. And those loose balls, those rebounds, they're going to determine the outcome of this game.
Nicole Powell with an inside move, her first 2 points. Well, if she saw Helen Darling in game 2, now she sees Camille. It's a different look for her defensively, isn't it?
It really is.
Hammond guarded by Shalonda Robinson. Camille offensive rebound. That won't fall. Yolanda Griffith with the rebound. Yo's 3rd.
Not so many players who can get up and rebound over Yolanda Griffith right underneath the hoop.
Haney. Offensive foul. Yolanda Griffith, 2 on her. Yo's number 33 out. Yeah. How about wearing stripes? Well, then again, refs aren't any longer, but even I could have called that one. Ruth Riley with 3 personal fouls back on the floor. She's in the backcourt with Becky Hammond at the moment. And now she moves up front. Vicki Johnson. Cross for Shauna Crossley, 3 in the air. Hello, Shauna, I'm in. Someone guard 5.
Not somebody you want to leave open on the three-point line.
10-point advantage. And Sacramento will not waste any more time. Shauna Crossley enters the game and enters the scoring sheet with a 3. And the Silverstars have a 10-point lead on the Sacramento Monarchs here in game number 3. Shauna's open. You know what we call that for Crossley? A layup. 35-25, 10-point Silverstars lead. Sometimes all that glitters is not gold. Silver tonight, 35-25. Silverstars, playoff time, postseason time. Silverstars are in the WNBA playoffs. We want to see you here at the AT&T Center. Look in the Express News or visit sasilverstars.com for a coupon to get a Silverstars game ticket, hot dog drink, and a bag of chips for only $15. It's all part of the Silverstars Value Night. Pick up the Express News or visit sasilverstars.com. See, that's Lady Longhorn, Ty Dillard, and former Silverstar. See, she can just walk in there. You talk about an infectious personality, just terrific person, Ty Dillard. Here for 2 seasons. San Antonio. Here from the city. Her brother, Jared, wide receiver with Rice and a possible Bolitnikoff candidates. Kara Lawson off the bench. And off the glass, Sacramento with an 8. Except for Lawson, all starters, and you can say Kara's basically, she plays starter minutes.
Yeah.
That's the 5 on the floor.
She could be interspersed there as a starter anytime.
Hammond 3. Ruth, offensive rebound, puts back with the left hand. 5 for Riley. Panachero,
Tisha's been aggressive since the start of this game. She is not here to lose.
No. Look at the face. No Panachero. Step back, VJ. Hello. 9 for Vicky.
You know, that's what makes playoffs so fun. You get to see people bring out their best.
Panachero. Becky raised her hand. It's Riley, her forward. Becky raised her hand immediately, but June Courteau wasn't buying it. Ruth Riley's going to get the foul, but Becky, how about that?
Yeah, big one for the team.
She wanted that foul, Becky.
She did. Please give it to me. My hand's up.
Panachero to the hoop. Left on.
You know, and most of her fouls come from helping her teammates, which is, I mean, you got to give it to her. She's constantly helping. She is not a selfish defender by any means, but this team needs her on the court.
4 fouls, and in all likelihood, she sits the final 5:01.
Which is going to hurt the Stars, but once again, I mean, look who you've got coming in for her. You've got Sophia Young.
Yeah. Not really a drop-off. Panachero's second toss. She misses both. Brunson can't handle. Ellen Darling can. She, Vicki Johnson, Becky Hammond, Camille Little, and Sophia Young, the 5 on the floor for the Silverstars. Ahead by 10. 12 for Vicki Johnson. That is her second 3. The Silverstars are 7 of 10 from beyond the arc. Across the floor, Lawson. 5 to shoot for Kara. Now Yolanda Griffith. Darling the other way. Now Vicky will handle. She gets the play from Brian Agler. called her own number. No one moved. In fairness, no one moved for the Silverstars that time, or moved enough.
You know, they have to keep moving. Moving without the ball is one thing that people just don't defend that well in this league.
Numbers, Johnson and Hammond. Hook pass, Becky behind the back for Vicky. BJ will hang on, now fire, and in and out. 13-point Silverstars lead.
A great defensive play, 1-on-2, and you stopped it. You held the basket away in Sacramento.
Camille knocks away from Brunson.
Becky Brunson posting up hard. I mean, that's a strong woman out there, and Camille giving it right back on the defensive end.
Basically, all Sacramento is traded right now is time. Down 13. We approach 3 minutes left until the half. 5 on the shot clock. Sophia catch. And hits. Sophia Young with 13.
In the first game, you asked about the white line for Sacramento, and it's really just the help side. And Becky Brunson was right there for the help, and Sophia went right up over the help side with someone behind her. It's a tough shot to make.
In the corner, Powell, catch and shoot. Sophia has a rebound. Number 4 for her. 13 points for Young, 12 for Vicky Johnson. Silverstars a 15-point edge. And Sophia will go to the line.
Good things happen to Sophia. Gets that ball on the block. She either scores or she gets a foul.
Yolanda Griffith. Timeout. Yo has 6, but she hasn't scored since early in the second quarter. For Sophia Young, as she's been scoring all quarter, she has 13 and a chance to add more from the line when we return. This one, Becky Hammond has 4 assists, and they comprise our AT&T connections of the game. There's one. You like that one? Here's another. She has such great hands, doesn't she?
She really does. Catch anything, and Becky finds her. Becky finds the little hole, and she gets it right to her.
Sophia had 20 points in game 1, 12 in game 2. She's sitting on 13, and we haven't even hit the half, and she has 2 free throws coming.
Becky and Sophia, they need each other. They both need each other out in the court, and they like playing together. You know, one will give a fist pump when the other one does well.
Yeah.
They just have so much fun together. It's fun to watch.
Kind of old guard, new guard. You know what I mean? I'm not calling Becky old. She's been in this league for 9 years, VJ 11 years, but it becomes infectious. And VJ talks about how proud she is of this group that has, you know, the influx of talent into the WNBA. She loves it.
Having fun.
For Sophia Young, 15 points and 9 in the quarter. Silverstars have their largest lead, 17, and they can add to it.
Once again, Ferdinand Harris. Her hands are so good on defense. It's hard to play against her in practice.
Becky, catch and shoot. Sophia is there for the putback. 17 for so. This is a 19-point lead. Still 19, and a chance to add to it. To the hoop, Marie. To the line, Marie on the foul by Kristen Haney. Aaron, what amazes me is she's fast enough, Marie Ferdinand Harris, without the basketball. With the basketball, she still keeps that same speed.
Just as fast, if not faster.
And that strength. She's always had that strength. In fact, almost to a detriment where I think officials think that she's so strong that she probably takes more hits and may not get the call. She did there, and she earned it, but sometimes she gets hit, and it's like, Marie's strong. She can take it.
No, I think you're right about that. There's just one player who's never satisfied with where she's at with her game. She constantly wants to get better. She's never, I mean, she had a baby a year ago, and she's in better shape than 99% of the league.
22-8 advantage this quarter by the Silverstars. And now up by 20. Hand off Sophia. VJ finds Young. Brunson with a rebound. For Brunson, her 4th board. She only has 1 point. Haney, back to Lawson. Kara Lawson scoop. That won't go. Rebecca Brunson's one of the most athletic players in this league. She has 3. That's her first field goal.
She just makes it look so easy.
Did Roy Gilbane call an 8-second backcourt? Because there's still a second to play. Unless they changed that rule on us between games 2 and game 3.
And they didn't tell anybody.
You figure it out. It's 8 seconds to get the ball in the front court, just like the NBA. And with a 24-second shot clock, 17 seconds remaining. That's 7. Throw into the front court to Neal. Hand off to Hammond. Becky will run that baseline. Final minute of the half. BJ finds Ferdinand Harris. Underneath, Sandor Irvin can't handle.
You know, one thing that is clearly evident is that every single one of the stars is aggressive. Everyone is coming out and they're looking right away. First, can I take it right at Sacramento? No one's sitting back on their heels, but they're not forcing it. That's giving them a 20-point lead at this point.
This is Lawson. Before Brunson's basket, Sacramento went 5 minutes without scoring. Now a chance to add a 3-point play. Adrian Williams, she has 6.
Well, she's a great player for Sacramento, coming off the bench, giving them a boost of energy, doing good things for Sacramento.
Again, we talk about players and fitting in. This has been a good fit for Adrian Williams.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of those players with a great attitude, wants to work hard, good teammate. Not so many bad things you can say about Adrian Williams.
Well, unless you're not a USC fan, and then when you go to LA, you start hearing that Trojan fight song. Just driving down as you're going to Staples Center.
Getting married in the offseason,
Yes,
I
she
think
is.
October.
Played here, acquired for Gwen Jackson. Sending Gwen to Phoenix. Marie Ferdinand Harris. Becky Hammond with the basketball. 8 points, 4 assists for Hammond.
Sophia set that up beautifully. Came like she was setting the screen on the one side, flipped around, and there was no outside, there was no hedge.
Sacramento, the last shot. Down by 15. Kara Lawson pitches to Brunson. Rebecca Brunson has 5. Up the floor, deflected. 1/10 of a second remaining. Sacramento is scoring the last 7 points of this half and turning a 20-point deficit to 13. And now it just has to be either inbounded and the last 1/10 of a second off, or it has to be to the basket.
Good thing for Sacramento going in the half on a good note.
Time winds out in the half. And again, the last 7 points by Sacramento. 4 by Rebecca Brunson. Becky Hammond, 8 points in that first half. Monarchs pull within 13. Adjustment time now at the half for Brian Agler along with Olaf Lang. Silverstars 49, Sacramento Monarchs 36. Sophia Young leads everyone with 17 points. Highlights and stats from that first half when we return on My 35.
There's a sign out there that says that.
There it is.
Okay.
Ta-da! Just what you wanted. Hey, we talked about Vicki Johnson, Erin Busher. 12 points in this first half of play. She had 7 in that first quarter. She's hit a couple of threes. She's really put her hands all over this game.
Yeah, she has. She's owning it, as you just said. Pulling out things I haven't seen her do all year long.
Since like the late 90s. Oh, she's going to kill me when she hears that.
You know, I don't think there's anyone that spends more time with our trainer than Vicki Johnson, just keeping her body fresh and able to play. Well, I take that back. Ruth Riley's in there quite a bit.
Vicki, when she, in the previous offseason, not this last one, before she came to San Antonio, she said that she got the offer from the Silverstars, said, she told her agent, I'm going to San Antonio. Her agent hung up on her
No way.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. He said no. His way of saying no. She said, okay, well, if you're going to do that way, you know what? Let me sleep on it. Let me pray about it. Called back and said, I'm going to San Antonio. And I'm telling you, if she doesn't come to San Antonio, I don't know if players like you come to San Antonio. I don't know if a player like Ruth Riley would want to be traded to San Antonio in the Katie Feaster deal. But I still say she's one of the linchpins to the building of this team.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the links, if not a foundation that we all stand on. She's a woman of few words, but someone that you just want to be around on and off the court. And Becky Hammond, she played with her in New York, and in training camp, she told all of us, Becky came a little bit late. She said, you know, you guys will love Vicki Johnson. She's one of the greatest teammates I have ever had.
Yeah. That despite Vicki and Teresa Witherspoon giving Becky a little grief when she first went to New York, but even Becky admits it made her a tougher player. Without that experience, would she be the MVP candidate that she is? Ruth Riley. Tried to open up the second half like she opened up the game by scoring. Sacramento scored the last 7 points of the first half. They were down 20 with the Monarchs. They're down 13 and with their first possession here in the third quarter.
It's important for the Stars to get a stop right now, to stop that run that the Monarchs have been making at the end of the second quarter here.
Powell down low, and Yolanda Griffith has 8. That's now 9 points, bridging the second quarter here into the third. 9-0 Sacramento run. Foul, Nicole Powell, her third. Nicole Powell enjoyed nothing but success for Jenny Busick in game 1, but it was a struggle in game 2. As she went 1 for 9 from the floor. She's 1 for 3 here in game 3. Now she guards Vicki Johnson. BJ, 12 in the first half. Stolen.
Sacramento starting out aggressively on the offensive end and the defensive end. You know they're here. They're not just rolling over easily. This is for their championship right here.
Brunson. Darling, 5th rebound. Newton fouled by Helen Darling. 4 on the Silverstars point guard. Newton does what she does best, and Helen knocked her down. Late. Like wrestling in here.
Took one in the face. Can never feel too good.
No. Penichero. Griffith with a screen. Chelsea Newton. Airball. Griffith. Airball. Riley. Rebound. Once again, Sacramento not able to get any points off those turnovers. Silverstars did not turn it over in the second quarter. They've had 2 in this quarter. Sophia Young to the line on that drive to the basket. The strength of Sophia Young again.
She just puts her head down and she goes.
Man, no denying her.
Yeah.
And Griffith even got her hand on that ball, and she was still able to get it towards the hoop.
She's strong.
Kind of the scary thing with your Sacramento, she has yet to really show the outside game in this game 3. Misses that free throw. 5 of 7 from the line is Sophia. 17 points, game high.
You're right. They're definitely honing in on her, knowing that if they can stop her, that's a huge advantage for Sacramento.
Third WNBA playoff game for Sophia, but she won a national title with Baylor. Rebecca Brunson, nowhere to go. Powell's underneath, stolen by Darling. That was Nicole Powell's success in game 1, was underneath the hoop. She lost the basketball there. 11-point game. Sacramento 9 straight points. Until that Becky Hammond 3. That is her third. She has 11 points.
Becky has the uncanny ability to stay calm in the midst of a storm. I mean, Keisha Penichero was running at her and had about one fingernail away from blocking that shot. And Becky was able to focus and stay calm and hit that shot.
Wow, now guarded by Darling. Dumps down low. Griffith a second chance.
It's a great pass by Nicole Powell.
She's another one who can flat out catch it, Yolanda Griffith, with those hands.
Yeah, she can. Those great hands as well.
10 for Yo.
Doing what she does best, offensive rebound, her own miss. Going right back up with it.
And she hedges on Darling. Hammond trying to get around Newton. Crossover. And a foul on Chelsea Newton. Her second. We talk about Chelsea and she and Lawson, like Hammond and Darling at times late in the game, offense for defense. Newton for defense, Lawson for offense, correct?
Yeah, they're going to go in and out both ways. Everyone's got their strengths, and you see the coaches are smart in using them. Kind of like a yo-yo. In, out, in, out.
Sophia. Changed the pivot feet.
Good defense by Yolanda.
12-point Silverstars lead. Kara Lawson will come in for Chelsea Newton. Kara Lawson. Just 3 shots in that first half. She has 2 points on 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She does have 4 assists, this Kara Lawson.
Yeah, and Kara Lawson is not somebody you want to get going. Once she starts feeling it, that girl won't miss too many baskets.
Loose ball. Powell and Riley jump ball.
Good hustle play by Nicole Powell.
As this game winds down, Sacramento will have fewer and fewer possessions to try to cut into a 12-point deficit.
Yeah, that's right. They really need to get down now, get some stops, convert those stops into points, and cut this lead down now so they're not just trying to do it at the end of the game.
That's 1 fewer possession now. Vicki Johnson, 12 points, 6 assists for VJ.
One of the things that's so tricky about playoffs is that so much of it is based on emotion. So sometimes you get up, you see other teams heading their heads, and there's just so much unpredictability that is part of what makes it so exciting.
13 now for Becky Hammond. Kara Lawson tumbles. Vicki won't allow her to get back door. And Vicki Johnson fighting to a screen, picks up her first personal.
It's tough trying to deny Kara the ball, not let her even get a touch on it.
A little bump. Doesn't matter. Just get to the rack for Becky Hammond.
She's got 4 Monarchs around her. She's able to get it up and in. Not the tallest player on the court.
No.
She finds a way to get the job done.
Riley knocks free. Hammond saves. VJ comes up with a loose ball.
That was a great hustle play.
And up the floor, she finds Sophia Young. 19 for Young, 7th assist for VJ.
Starting with a great hustle play by Becky Hammond.
Shalonda Robinson.
Sacramento's not going to waste any time. They're going to bring it right back at them. Don't let them revel in it at all.
Sacramento must score, yes, but they can't afford to trade hoops.
No, they can't.
We're nearly halfway through the 3rd quarter.
And you know, one thing Kara Lawson used to say on the bench when I played in Sacramento was every team has got to run in them. Every single team has got at least one more in the second half. And you just got to be able to prepare for that and hold them off. You're never safe till that final buzzer goes off.
Powell, she got position, lays it in. Catch, left hand, 4 for Nicole Powell. 12-point game. Sacramento closed to within 11. Silverstars stretched it back to 16. 12-point game again. Hook pass, Riley. From Becky Hammond. Riley has 7. Powell with Penichero. Lawson backdoor cut. Baseline pass. Rebecca Brunson is fouled and 1. Rebecca Brunson will have a chance to complete the 3-point play. Sophia Young has 19 points in this game to lead all scorers. She was on the end of the play. This is how it began. Becky with the save. Vicki takes it up the floor. That's how it began. This is how it ends. VJ to Sophia. Silverstars by a dozen. We want you to be part of the Silverstars playoffs. Take advantage of Silverstars Value Nights. Look in the Express News or visit sasilverstars.com for a coupon to get a Silverstars game ticket, hot dog, drink, and a bag of chips for only $15. Pick up an Express News or visit sasilverstars.com. Silverstars Value Night, part of the WNBA playoffs. Before the timeout, Rebecca Brunson. Lawson, one more pass. And Ruth Riley picks up her 5th personal foul. And Brunson completes the three-point play. 8 for Rebecca Brunson. 11 points, Silverstars lead. Led by as many as 20. Sacramento, on the back of its mind, knows that Indiana came back. They were 15 points down with a Fever to Connecticut tonight. The game previous to ours on NBA TV. Becky Hammond with the shot clock winding down. Vicki Johnson, an offensive rebound, took it away from Adrian Williams.
Wow.
Hook pass, Sophia. Williams gets the rebound there. Connecticut led 60-45. Indiana in overtime, 93-88, and the Fever advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals. Illegal screen, Adrian Williams. The same thing Yolanda Griffith did in the first half, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not really a roll to the basket, and it's not quite a pick. It's, well, actually, it's a foul.
Something in between the two.
Hammond tried to slip that ball to Sophia Young at the moment. Could not. It'll stay Silverstars basketball. Marie Ferdinand Harris will inbound. She, Hammond, Johnson, Little, and Young. She finds Sophia Young. 19 for her.
Double team comes over immediately for Sophia. They're not letting Sophia get any looks at the block.
Camille keeps alive, and Marie tracks down the loose ball. Brunson just fell on Penichero. Camille Little blocked by Brunson. Little stays with it. Foul, Adrian Williams.
Just getting aggressive down there.
Here's the tumble as Brunson falls on Penichero.
People hitting the floor hard.
Camille constantly battling.
She doesn't stop at all.
Penichero holding that left wrist.
You know, as the time ticks down and you're close to the end of this game, you're just going to feel the intensity slowly increase. This is it. These people are playing for their whole season right here.
Tomorrow night from the Palace, the Detroit Shock and the New York Liberty play their own Game 3. Around and out, Camille missed both. Penichero with urgency. Poked away and stolen by Ferdinand Harris. And fouled by Brunson.
That's a huge play from Marie right now. Sacramento's been on a run. The momentum has been in their favor. And for Marie to get that steal, stop it on that end, stop them from scoring, and you have a chance to get 2 in the free throw.
And that bump by Brunson. Poked away and stolen. At back end. We've seen that a couple of times in this series, haven't we? Penichero did it to Vicki Johnson. Becky did it in Game 2, and now Marie right there. Ferdinand Harris hits the free throw. They had missed the last 4 before Marie connected there.
The free shots are tough, but you got to connect on those.
Yolanda Griffith back in, 10 points. Lone Monarch in double figures. Both of Marie's points have come from the line. Now all 3 of them have. Penichero with Lawson, Newton, Williams, and Griffith. 3-guard lineup of their own. Little knocks down Yolanda Griffith. Joe can sell it now, can't she?
She can. She's smart. She's been in the league a long time. It was physical. I mean, they both were banging each other. I mean, just depends who falls first,
yeah.
who the referee sees bang last. But they're going right back at it. But, you know, Camille's a rookie. She's not intimidated by anybody.
Steal almost. Ferdinand Harris on the inbound. for Kara Lawson.
Marie reads those passing lanes. She is there. She is so quick.
You think this crowd hasn't adopted the same mentality? They love seeing plays like that, don't they?
They do.
They have learned to love that this season.
They get people up out of their seats.
Steal. Vicky ahead. Ferdinand Harris. She's just put on a show. Gets her own rebound and dribbles out.
Smart. She's surrounded by Sacramento players on the block. She's not the tallest player. She brings it out and gives a chance for the team to set up a set, which...
Strip, loose, Sophia, count it!
And one.
21 for Young. Yo had it, lost it, Sophia found it, hit it, and won.
I don't think Becky gets excited for her teammates. Oh man, or the bench.
And that bench. 22 for Sophia Young. The lead back up to 16. Five to shoot for Powell. She allowed to dribble twice.
It's like San Antonio hit it. It's a great move by Nicole, but you know, the San Antonio is given to Sacramento what they usually give to others, that pressing in-your-face defense, forcing you out of doing what you want to do, not letting you have control.
Jane Hughes has modeled a lot of this D from the Monarchs, has he not?
It looks like it.
Steal. Powell has Newton up ahead. Marie gets back, so does Sophia. Powell. Across the floor, Newton. Chelsea Newton trying to get around Camille Little. Foul. Silverstars now over the limit. Becky Hammond picks up the foul.
You know, as a defender, you don't want your player going to the middle. You just have less help. You're more susceptible for spins, for a basket. You want to keep them on the side, use the sideline and the baseline as almost like another defender. When people get to the middle and as an offender, you want to get there. You want to get it right in the lane.
Newton hits the free throw and her first point since a 5-point first quarter. Dan Hughes and Sandy Brondello side by side on that bench. Brian Agler, who took over while Dan was sidelined after Achilles surgery. Dan said, "That ain't broke, I'm not fixing it." He's keeping Brian Agler up and off the bench.
Not too many head coaches that would just relinquish that role. It's extremely admirable.
Knocked away from Vicki Johnson. It will stay Silverstars basketball. Vicki trying to get to the basket. Oh. No foul. Becky bumped by Chelsea Newton. Sacramento is in the penalty. Chelsea had to have success against everybody else in the league. She's not had a lot of success against the Silverstars in the regular season nor in the playoffs.
You know, it's so interesting how certain teams just don't match up well against other teams or match up really well. It's the dynamics of just player on player, and as a team, I mean, she's one of the greatest defenders in the league, but you're right about that. Now with 4 fouls, right? Yeah.
Hammond misses that.
You don't see that too often.
No, she missed just 7 times in the regular season, and that's her first playoff miss. Powell to the hole, and Nicole Powell has 8-6 in this quarter.
Coming alive, the competitor in her is saying, hey, I need to step up, start being more aggressive and take apart like I did in game 1,
yeah,
which was a huge part of the success of Sacramento in that game.
She refused to just be a jump shooter in this second half, hasn't she?
No, yeah, exactly.
Deflected by Brunson.
The fans don't want to give the ball back.
No.
Hold on. Like baseball.
Marie comes to the basketball. She, Hammond, Johnson, Little, and Young for the Silverstars. We near the end of the third quarter. Block from the back end and picking up that loose ball. Camille. And Sophia underneath. Sophia Young with 24.
Ooh, it's a tough shot.
She can also shoot from the outside. 10 for Nicole Powell.
It's also someone you don't want to leave open, although she wasn't open. She pulled a step back.
It's almost like she refuses to get frustrated.
Yeah.
5 left in the quarter. Off a foot. Becky, 3, 2, 1. Underneath, Marie. And the block by Brunson. Marie had beat the buzzer at halftime of game 2. She couldn't do it here in the third. The Silverstars carry an 11-point lead into the fourth quarter, leading 66-55. Sophia Young has 24. Becky Hammond and the Silverstars lead by 11. They are 1 quarter away from advancing to the Western Conference Finals for just the second time in franchise history. He is the chairman and CEO of Spurs Sports and Entertainment and knows a little something about collecting that championship trophy at the end of the playoffs. Peter Holtz, courtside, and he's watching the Silverstars carry an 11-point lead into the fourth quarter. Oh, the Larry O'Brien trophy, those banners hang so proudly here at the AT&T Center. At 2007, that's going to be a fun one to unveil again. The defending NBA champs, the Silverstars would like to join their brothers, so to speak. Marie Ferdinand Harris, she's the lone holdover from this franchise. 2002, the Utah Stars went to the Western Conference Finals. Can she help lead the Silverstars to the Western Conference Finals against the Phoenix Mercury? This fourth quarter will tell us. Lawson guarded by Darling. Sarah Lawson. Now Powell with 10 points. Pinball to Little. She and Marie Ferdinand Harris joined Becky Hammond. Camille for Hammond. Now Darling. Helen's playing with 4 fouls. Ruth Riley's on the floor with 5 personals. Brunson guards Little. 5 to shoot. Becky rolls to the hoop. Floater off glass. Griffith has the rebound, her 7th. She has 10. Nicole Powell, who has the basketball, has 10. Kristen Haney with Lawson, Powell, Brunson, and Griffith for Sacramento, opening this fourth quarter. Brunson. She has 10.
That's tough. Becky Hammond comes over for the help, but there's just such a height disadvantage with Becky Hammond going up against Becky Brunson on the block. There's not much Becky can do there.
9-point Silverstars lead.
That's why ball pressure is so important. You have to make that pass and not even be able to see the person on the block.
Yolanda Griffith will pick up a foul, colliding with Ruth Riley. 4 on Yolanda Griffith. She has 4. Chelsea Newton's on the bench with 4.
And you got for the Stars, you got Ruth with 5. You've got Helen Darling with 4.
Camille Little will sit. Instant energy. Camille Little, instant.
Fun to watch. My goal is to jump about half as high as she jumps.
Ever notice in a crowd, Camille always gets just a little bit higher than everyone else?
Just hangs it there a little bit longer.
Marie Ferdinand Harris. Benicero with the rebound. Sacramento's down 9. Sacramento will reset.
Good patience by Sacramento, realizing they don't have anything. Bring it back and set something up. A set play that they know they can rely on.
5 to shoot. Powell step back 3.
They can rely on that, man.
13 for Nicole Powell, and this is a 6-point game. Darling Trying to get by Kara Lawson, who had the forearm, and you can't use the forearm above that free throw line. Well, Nicole Powell makes this look easy, Aaron.
Yeah. Get back through the legs.
Nothing to it. Silverstars will call a 20-second timeout. Nicole Powell, 13 points, 11 of them in this second half. She had 2 at the break. She scored 8 in the third quarter and adds a 3. So Nicole Powell with 13 has trimmed the San Antonio lead to 6. Sacramento has trimmed the Silverstars lead to 6. Nicole Powell, she was 1 for 9 in game 2. She was 1 for 3 at the half, Erin Busher. She's made her last 5 shots. She has 13 points.
Finding a way to get it done when not too many other people on the Monarch squad is doing it right now. Nicole's stepping up and keeping them alive, actually bringing them back into definitely winnable position.
6 of 8 from the floor is Nicole Powell, and most recently hitting a 3. Speaking of 3, that's how much time's left on the shot clock. 24-second shot clock violation as Helen Darling's shot hit the backboard, but no rim. Sacramento gets the basketball back, down by 6. And that clock can't move quickly enough.
Not for the Stars, it sure can. The Stars have hit sort of a rough patch of just scoring, and they just need to go back to doing what they do and not feeling like they have to do more than that. Just being comfortable and patient and do it one step at a time. It really starts on the defensive end.
It does. Penichero back on the floor for Sacramento. 5 points, 2 assists for Penichero. She, Lawson, Powell, Brunson, and Williams. Offensive rebound, Adrian Williams. She's stripped. Jump ball, Darling, Penichero. Does Sandy have any eligibility left? Can we bring Grondello off the bench?
Quickly, suit up. My shoes are in my locker. When she would practice with us, it's so fun. She's one of the greatest thinkers of the game.
Outstanding player. Miami, Detroit, Seattle. Powell is fouled by Vicki Johnson. First team foul on the Silverstars. Second on Vicki. We even talked about what a hero she is in Australia. Williams left it short. Got her on rebound with that left hand. Can't hit that.
Now Sacramento, you see them going aggressively to the offensive boards. What they do, that's their bread and butter, and they're going right back to it right now, saying, oh man, we can win this game, we just got to step it up.
Come up empty on a couple of tries. Now the Silverstars look to answer and add to their 6-point lead. 5 on the shot clock. Darling's in the corner. Powell with the rebound. Again, Sacramento with the basketball. 6-point Silverstars lead. Penichero directs the offense. And Darling with her 5th. Is Sacramento making Helen guard differently than she did in game 2? Was it easier for her in game 2?
Well, I think they know that she's one of the strongest, if not the strongest defender on this basketball team, and they're trying to make it aggressive, go right at her, and make her either denying a foul or in getting the ball or going on the foul on the drive. And I think that she's getting a little bit stuck in that, putting her right on the block.
Nicole Powell has made 6 straight shots, 15 for Powell, and this is a 4-point game.
Going back to what they did in game 1, bringing Darling down on the block against Nicole Powell, and Helen struggles there. She's got a height disadvantage.
Hammond runs the baseline. Becky, big hoop for the Silverstars. Becky has 16. First field goal of the quarter. And it comes 4 minutes in. 6-point game again. Lawson, corner 3. Hammond with a rebound. What a time to collect her first. Poked away. Penichero with the foul. June Courteau just told Jenny Busick, get up. That's part of the dialogue that came in a couple of years ago. Referees and coaches, don't show me up, I won't tee you up.
Yep. You have your place, and you got to know where that line is.
That's not that white line you talk about, though, is it?
That's the black line over there on the sideline.
The sideline, 3 on Pinachero. Riley into the backcourt. It was deflected by Yolanda Griffith. Backdoor for Hammond. Runs into Lawson. Foul. He was pushed out by Kara Lawson.
You know one thing?
This was Pinachero, who thought she had a steal, and so did her head coach, Jenny Busick.
Physics on the sideline.
Becky's caught. Shovel. Camille. Oh, Camille Little.
Camille finishing strong and a big play underneath the hoop. She's really worked on her soft touch underneath the basket. She's so strong in rebounding. A lot of times she doesn't know how to slow that speed down and finish. She's really worked on that soft touch.
Blocked by Ruth Riley. Even with 5 personal fouls.
Going right at it. One of the greatest teammates that I personally have ever had. And I think a lot of people who played with her would agree.
Pinachero. Deep inbound to Lawson. VJ guards her. Count it and 1. Kara Lawson. Sophia Young gets the blocking foul.
Everybody waiting if it's going to be a charge or...
Lawson gambled and won.
It seemed like Karen did that earlier in the first half and got the call, and this way it went against Sophia. Could have probably gone either way.
Wondering if Sophia didn't lean back.
Yeah,
I just wonder.
A little bit, and I think if she would have gotten there about half a second earlier, she probably would have got it, but I think it was the right call.
Piece of cake over here, isn't it? It's easy here. Do it in game speed and game on the line. 5-point Silverstars advantage. Vicki Johnson. She's with Becky Hammond, Camille Little, Sophia Young, and Ruth Riley. Becky into the paint. Becky around and out. Rebound Brunson. Now Pinachero. Yolanda Griffith side by side. Gives to Yo. Extra step. Stripped by Ruth Riley. Another block for Ruth.
Wow. Ruth is gutsy, going for all these blocks and getting them.
Fouls don't carry over. I know they need her. She was not going to give up an easy one.
No, that wasn't. It's an important, crucial point in the game right now.
Wow, Nicole Powell buries her second 3 of the quarter. She has 18.
Stepping back for an NBA 3, that's a tough shot.
2-point game. What was once a 20-point lead for the Silverstars is now 2. Blocked by Powell. Silverstars will keep the basketball.
That's great help by Nicole coming over and helping Kara. Important that Kara didn't get the foul down low.
Monarchs have 14 fouls, so no more to give. Deflected away from Sophia Young. 9 to shoot as that inbound will come by the corner. Hammond will inbound. Sophia Young into a double team, lays it up and in, and that's a franchise best. 26 for Sophia Young. She eclipses Natalie Williams. In 2002, Williams scored 25 in a decisive Game 3 win over Houston. And a foul. Camille Little. That's the 4th team foul on the Silverstars. 3rd personal on Camille. Going up against one of the best. Just wouldn't stop. 26 for Sophia. 4-point lead. Lawson a three. She hits her first three of the game. 10 for Lawson. 6 in this quarter.
And you know, right now is where that experience in playoffs in the past years as a team is paying off for Sacramento. Yeah, you've got some individuals who've been there on the Silverstars, but not as a team. She answers right back.
Her fourth three. Hammond with 19. Nicole Powell has 20, 18 in this half. Big games, big players, make big plays.
Exactly.
That's what we're seeing. VJ directs traffic. Finds Darling in the corner. Sacramento with the basketball, down 2. Five straight years in the postseason. 2 straight seasons in the WNBA Finals, the Sacramento Monarchs. Penichero. Foul by Becky Hammond, and Penichero to the line. Just the second on Hammond, but the Silverstars are over the limit. Becky Hammond with 19 points. She has hit 4 threes, and none bigger than the 3 that she hit after Sacramento pulled to within 1. Hammond, spin, fire, 4-point game. And then Nicole Powell, 20 points, 18 in this half. Don't you dare go away here on My 35. Take 2 of the best 3-point shooters in the WNBA. Becky Hammond's one, Kara Lawson's another. Now add game 3 in the Western Conference semifinals, the playoffs, and the pressure that comes with the postseason. They make it look like absolutely nothing, those 2. Kara Lawson, she had a 3-point play on an N1. She can hit that in her sleep. But how about Becky Hammond responding on the other end, Aaron?
Becky says, okay, giving it right back to you.
I'm going to go this way. No, cut off. No. The emotions on the sleeve of Becky Hammond.
Yeah, and I had mentioned in the first game what a competitor Kara Lawson was, and then turned on and said, you know, Becky Hammond's right there with her. It was a perfect example of that.
You see, one of those 2 does not want to be working for ESPN next round. You know that. They don't. Penichero, 2 free throws. Missed the first. Penichero is 1 for 5 from the line. Sacramento is 11 for 16 as a team. 1-point game again. 2:20 remaining. Execution, offensively and defensively. Game 3. For one team, there's no tomorrow in the playoffs. Turnover. Sacramento has the basketball, down by 1. Penichero. She finds Powell in the lane, lost the basketball, poke free. Picked up by Brunson, 5 to shoot. Lawson, she needs space. 1 on the shot clock. Hit the rim, Darling with the rebound. 1:35 left in game 3. Nobody has a foul to give. Vicki Johnson. Brunson higher than everyone. Sacramento basketball. 8 boards for Brunson. 1-point Silverstar lead. Lawson to the basket. Sacramento leads. For the first time since 9-8 in the first quarter. 1 minute left. Silverstars call timeouts. It's a 20. Kara Lawson has 10 points. None bigger than these 2. She's shown the outside game, but in this quarter, she's also shown the inside presence.
Taking it right at them, that competitive spirit, saying, I'm going in, I don't care what I need to do, we got to win this basketball game.
On Darling, and then Riley. And even with the 5 personal fouls, Ruth can make you change a shot.
Yeah.
Lawson went right to the rack. Sacramento, the 1-point lead. They were down by 20 in the second quarter. Now they're ahead by 1. 60 seconds remain in game 3. Vicki Johnson, 12 points for her. Sophia Young has 26 to lead everyone. It's a new franchise high for Sophia. Eclipsing Natalie Williams, who had 25 in 2002 in a Game 3 win at Houston. Ruth Riley hands off to Vicki Johnson. VJ for Riley, guarded by Griffin. Up top, Hammond. Becky, 5 to shoot. Becky fires. Karen's off. Who's got the ball? Ruth Riley.
Ruth Riley sprinting down the point guard of the Monarchs.
Becky Hammond 3.
Becky coming up big.
How do you like the trade now? The MVP candidate on the Silverstars' biggest stage. She shines brightest. Becky Hammond. It is her 5th 3. She has 22, and the Silverstars have regained the lead. Silverstars, the 2-point lead. Vicki Johnson and the Silverstars on defense. Sacramento basketball. Their 4th quarter lead, their first since the first quarter, lasted all of 25 seconds. Powell, step back 3, off the mark, underneath, and Lawson ties the game. 14 for Kara Lawson. That is her 10th points of the quarter, and we're even again.
Wow, this is a huge play.
Kara Lawson. She had 4 points at the half. She had 4 points at the end of 3 quarters. She had only taken 3 shots. Now she's given the Silverstars her best shot. 10 points in this quarter. She now has 14 for the game off the bench. Kara Lawson. Powell comes up short, and Kara Lawson comes up with the basketball, and the game-tying hoop. Silverstars with the basketball when we come back to the AT&T Center. Kara Lawson, 10 points in this 4th quarter. She gets the loose ball, and the Powell miss, lays it in. Here's our game reset. Sacramento, 2 20-second timeouts. Silverstars, 1:20. Neither team has a foul to give. Silverstars get the front court inbound. 7/10 of a second difference, game clock, shot clock. Vicki Johnson by half court. We're all even at 78. Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals. VJ for Hammond. She scored 8 of the last 12 points for the Silverstars. Underneath, VJ hits it! On the night, she scores 22. Nothing's bigger than her 7th assist. the New York Minute. Those two Liberty combined to give the Silverstars the lead.
Wow, it's a great sports moment. My goodness.
A 2-point lead.
Not a person in their seat. The AT&T Center.
Hammond finds Johnson. The first points in the second half for VJ. 5 tenths remaining. Panachero to inbound. Season on the line. Brunson. Silverstars advance to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh my goodness. What a great moment for the San Antonio Silverstars.
From 7 wins to 13 to 20 for Dan Hughes, and 2 more in the postseason. And Becky Hammond will talk with Becky when we come back. The Silverstars advance with an 80-78 Game 3 win. They will meet the Phoenix Mercury in the Western Conference Finals. Stay with us here on My 35.
I'm a sophomore guard at the University of Pennsylvania. Been training with HomeCourtEdge for almost 10 years now. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and follow us on all of HC's social media channels, and stay tuned for our journey.